Welcome to SJSU We're talking softball, and we've got one of the senior center fielders slash pitchers on the team. Courtney Lewis has joined us. I know the season begins in Riverside, big tournament next weekend. Is the team ready to get the season started, Courtney?
Yeah, I think we are. I'm pretty sure all of us are really excited to get going. We had a scrimmage last Friday, and that was just pretty much to get us see how we're doing on the field, but we're really excited to get some games in.
Do you know anything about the field at Riverside? I know you're from Riverside, so you're very excited to go down there back to where you grew up, that area of the state.
I'm from the mountains, so hopefully I can get some of my friends to come down there and see us. But I don't really know anything about the field or the campus or anything. We're going to be facing a whole bunch of different kind of competition. It's a whole tournament. So
you're a center fielder and a pitcher, and I know that they'd love to have you patrolling the outfield, but still pitching is an option for you as well. Explain that.
Right. Well, I've been here 4 years now, and every once in a while they call me in to pitch, so I've had a little bit of experience, but it's just basically when they need me, I'm there. I can take whatever they need me to do.
Last season was an outstanding season for the Spartans. What are the expectations going into this year?
Well, we lost two of our really strong players this year, so it's going to be rough to follow that up because other teams, even though they've lost players, they've brought in some very decent ones. So hopefully our freshmen and our new players can also pick up with the slack where we just left off.
You're one of the pitchers. I know that the team lost Carol Forbes. Right. How do you make up for losing an arm like that, and who all is in the mix to be pitching?
Well, I don't know if you can quite make up for that entirely. She pitched so many innings last year for us and did an awesome job, but we have a few freshmen who came in this year, or a freshman and a transferring sophomore, and then we just got another sophomore who came in, and hopefully together, I mean, maybe they won't be as overwhelming as she was on the mound, but hopefully they can just pick it up and get it together.
Okay, so if the pitching staff loses someone like Carol Forbes, that might put more pressure on the offense.
Right.
You're the leadoff hitter. Talk about setting the table, and how does the team look offensively?
Well, that's really actually what we're concentrating on this year a lot more is our offense, because we know that we're going to try and get our pitchers to induce ground balls and get the outs, but we know that the offense has got to pick it up on the other end because we've never really had a strong offense to back up our pitching. So this year we've been really concentrating on it more, and I think we're getting stronger. So
obviously you're one of the leaders on this team. Who are some of the other players that you may look for help as far as leading the team goes?
Well, Carly Hill, she's a returning senior also. Pretty much played all 4 years when she's here. We have there's actually some freshmen who have really come in strong. Now, I don't know necessarily as a leader's perspective, but just definitely with their play has been very, very good. And we have Christy Ballinger's coming back. She's a senior, third base. And we have some big hitters, Jessica Gillian. She's a senior also. So hopefully those girls will all pick up where we left off last year.
Well, Courtney, we wish you the best of luck at the Riverside tournament, and we'll probably be visiting you off and on throughout the season.
All right.
All right.
Thank
It
you.
is the softball team. They're getting ready for the Riverside tournament. We're also going to be speaking with the head coach, Didi Entabenter Omadiji, shortly, but make sure to stay with SJSUSpartans.com for all of the softball action this year. Omadiji is joining us, and we got to hear from a very well-spoken senior on your team talk about the coach's expectation for Riverside and what will the field be like.
Pretty good field down there, Mike. It doesn't have the power hitters, so to speak, but it's a good tournament to start the season with. We're excited. The girls are excited. They've been going through some tough practices, and I'm making them right now beg for game time. So we're looking forward to it.
And I know game one, the players are tired of throwing against one another and fielding grounders from you and your staff. They're ready to get the jitters out of the way and just start playing, aren't they?
Absolutely. In fact, we'll open up with St. Mary's, and then the following week we go up to St. Mary's. So we have to be prepared, and we'll videotape the game, obviously, to pick up on it well, and everybody's prepped and excited.
Okay, let's talk about pitching. What will your approach be pitching-wise for the Riverside tournament, and talk about the names who will be pitching?
After losing Carol Forbes, who set the record books here at San Jose State, the pitching is a question mark. We have a freshman coming in. We brought a transfer in during the semester break, and Courtney Lewis, who you had on earlier, will be asked to pick up some of the slack. So we're going to try to go with a three-prong attack, four pitches if we have to. in a single game, which isn't really done in softball a lot. As you know, the pitchers can go 20 innings straight
Right.
without getting relief. So we might go at people with 3 or 4 girls in one particular game. So
Okay, so we know that with a few question marks on the mound, then offensively, you'd like to plate a few more runs. And will your managing style be any different from last year when you had a Carol Forbes to this year where you might have to be more aggressive? Or will you manage any different this year offensively?
you manage according to what you have. And the key thing is Carol was so key in our success last year. And we will have to go out and score, I'm guessing anywhere from 5 to 7 runs in order to have a little comfort zone. They are capable. Don't want to sit here and say that they're not, but Carol Forbes was a great impact player for us. So my approach will be, we're going to steal a lot of bases.
Okay.
We're going to do a lot of bunting, and we've been preparing for that at practice, as Courtney will tell you. So we're going to have to outscore the opponent, not just by 1 run, but by many.
Speed more than power on this team?
We have a combination of both, actually. When I first arrived here at San Jose State, I don't think we had any business stealing bases, but we led the conference in stolen bases. So that will be my philosophy going in this year, which is a little bit different. We have to steal bases. We have to make things happen and put pressure on the defense.
Hey, we wish you the best of luck in Riverside, and we'll make sure we talk to you as soon as that tournament gets finished and we get into the conference season, all right?
Look forward to it, Mike, and I want to tell the listeners out there, don't forget about the game against China.
That's right, and that is?
That is during the NIS, which
Okay.
is at Twin Creeks in Sunnyvale, March 9th. We play China at 6 p.m., and then the NIS tournament will take place the 10th through the 12th.
Okay, we don't have to cut this off right now. This China national team, this is a big deal. It's a chance to maybe show off your team to some softball fans that normally probably wouldn't pay attention, I guess, in reality.
When they made the call to come in, I was elated because I thought with the huge Asian population in this area, we could really pump up softball. And so we said, any way we can make this happen, we're gonna try to do it. So the opportunity to play against a team of this caliber, they host the World Championships this summer in Beijing, and we wanted to taste a little bit of that elite softball play.
Okay, we will definitely have you on before your meeting with the Chinese national team, all right?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That is the skipper, Didi Annabeder Omadiji, and we invite you to follow the softball team all spring long right here on SJSU Spartans.com.